Hi, here we are in Beach Hut, I think 49, sitting on the prom. I'm with Nick Scott, who was intending to make a full presentation to East Suffolk District Council last Wednesday. Unfortunately, there were a number of technical glitches, so it wasn't sort of heard in its entirety, nor were the councillors given the opportunity to raise questions on the presentation itself. So, Nick, if you'd be kind enough to do the presentation you would have done if you'd been able to last Wednesday. Okay, is that happy? You're happy with that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, young man, crack on.
Okay. Good evening, councillors. Principally three reasons why we are here in this hall this evening. The first is our petition. I stand in front of you representing the voice of over 4,000 people. Quite a strong mandate for any councillor. Second reason is our objective, which is clear. Those 4,000 people call on you to reverse the decision and allow the beach huts, spa beach huts, to remain on the beach. Third reason is the historical significance. These huts are now recognised as the oldest beach huts in the UK. Protecting them, not removing them, should be our joint objective. This beach hut site, as I say, is the oldest in Britain. The huts have been continuously at this site since at least 1891, and they are in a designated conservation area. It's been confirmed by the UK's leading architectural historian that at least 7, in fact, of the huts can be dated back to the early 1900s and before. Throwing them away is throwing away our heritage and an act of civic vandalism. From a planning point of view, no consideration has been taken of the impact this will have to the conservation area, of which these particular huts are an integral part. By your own rules, permission is required when demolishing or removing a non-listed structure in a conservation area. East Suffolk Council and national policy dictates the broadest interpretation of planning rules when making changes within the conservation area. However, in this case, consideration has been explicitly excluded on more than one occasion. Reversing this decision has huge support from historians, celebrities, and others in the media, due to the fact that the original decision is contrary to East Suffolk's rules for the conservation area, contrary to the touristic and commercial objectives of the council's own town plan for Felixstowe, and contrary to the ESC core values. Two principal reasons are repeatedly given for eviction notices to be served on the 44 beach hut owners. The first is that they cause an obstruction. We refute the claim that these huts are an obstruction. You can see for yourself. Huts have wintered on the prom for almost 80 years, since the Second World War. There have actually been no complaints at all from the public regarding obstruction, including at the busiest of times when there may be over 20,000 people here in a day. The second reason given is that the beach levels are too low. East Suffolk has a coastal plan strategy with a stated objective to hold the line. This plan addresses erosion and replenishment of the beach within the next 3 to 5 years, a very small time concession relative to the century plus that these huts have stood here. Let's look again at the failures of our expensive rock drawing system that was supposed to grow the beach. The key is that we need to communicate. Please, councillors, let's talk. Our vision is to work with you to create a win-win-win, to create a heritage asset which would comprise new signage, information on UK beach hut history, educational days, heritage days, and so on. And all of the energies that we're spending on these debates could be thrown behind creating this and making it successful. We believe our platform proposal is truly the most viable option. Platforms are a proven, sustainable technology with a minimum 20-year lifespan, and there will be no health and safety risk if they're constructed correctly, engineered by experienced builders and engineers. Examples exist on Felixstowe Prom today, just down from here, but some of which have been there for over 80 years. We'd like you to visit, come and see them, as their presence is also omitted from the reports attached to the agenda in front of you today. We'd also like to thank the Council for the idea of niches, a further strong solution allowing huts to remain at this location, slid in flush to the prom. Either approach will meet Council objectives for cost, sustainability and safety. And hut owners agree, this cost should not come out of ESC's pockets or that of your residents. We would meet the costs. The following slide is a summary of the win-win-win that we see for Felixstowe, East Suffolk and beach hut owners. I didn't intend to spend a lot of time on that, as the councillors would be invited to review that later. But in conclusion, I would like to draw your attention to the letter that we received from the Council for British Archaeology, that actually East Suffolk Council received only on Tuesday the 24th of May. I want to be clear to every councillor in the room that a vote to remove the spa beach huts is a vote in contravention of UK national planning law. So let's do the right thing, councillors. Suffolk is watching. Thank you. Sound okay?
Well, I think that runs for just over 6 minutes. So
I was a bit longer.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I think it gives a complete that which was missed, I think, at the meeting. And the thing that concerned me most was the fact that because of the leader exercising, I think it was Constitutional Part 13.4, you didn't have any opportunity, or your panel, to answer any questions that the councillors may have had concerning your presentation, which I thought was a big miss for the councillors and the conveners.
So do we.
Yeah.